Shedeur is QB3 for the Browns. Does anybody here think he should be QB1 this week starting? Anybody? Skip?
I'll go. I definitely think he should start this weekend because if he did, that team would be electrified by him. Because Njoku and Judy showed you through training camp, they love this kid because he's special. He got raised by the athlete I think was the greatest athlete in the history of sports. It's in his bloodlines. He was raised around stars to be a star in the National Football League. I said, again, a first guess, before last college football season, he should be the first overall pick. My friend Mel Kiper, who's been doing this for a long time, had him ranked above Cam Ward as the best quarterback in the draft. He fell to 5th because the league wanted to punish him and his father because they don't act the right way for this league. That's not how you do things at this level in this league. My point is, it's the biggest steal of the century for Cleveland to have him. I know Dillon Gabriel because I'm an Oklahoma fan because I grew up there. We're brothers from Oklahoma City, obviously Gerald and I. But the point is, because I'm a Sooner fan, I watched Dillon Gabriel every snap for 2 years. Shedeur is better than Dillon Gabriel. Shedeur would electrify the locker room and the city in ways Joe Flacco would never this year, will never the rest of this year. So he's born to play quarterback in this league because he is deadly accurate. He's got poise and command that I did not see from Arch Manning or Cade Klubnik last week, who are supposed to be first overall picks. And in the end, this, you could say, don't throw this kid into this dumpster fire that's the Cleveland Browns, but listen, he's made for this. It wouldn't bother him. You saw what happened when he accidentally had to start the first preseason game because everybody else was hurt. He got to play with a few ones and a bunch of twos, and he lit it up because that's what he does. And then he got thrown into the third preseason game, the last one in the third quarter, and it was with nobody who was even going to make the team, and he didn't look very good. I thought he got sabotaged by Kevin Stefanski because I don't think Stefanski wants him on the team because Stefanski didn't want to draft him in the first place, and they loved Dillon Gabriel. I would love to see him start because he would make Cleveland a factor, and I think he would survive the psychological beating and the physical beating because I have never seen a tougher physical college quarterback than Shedeur Sanders. He took beatings for 2 years and jumped right up and kept firing. So I would start him, and he deserves to start.
Here's why I would start him. So Joe Flacco is named the starter. Joe Flacco got off his couch and won Comeback Player of the Year in 2023 for the same coach. He knows what Joe Flacco can do. Joe Flacco has been doing this a long time. You can argue his run to a Super Bowl is the greatest run we've seen by a quarterback because of who he had to go through.
I don't know about that.
The preseason, no, I'm saying you can argue it. The preseason, Keith can attest to this. We've been in training camp killing our bodies. You get in a preseason game, even though you want to play, you're not turning it all the way on. Not when you really. So when you go into a regular season, the speed completely changes. The mindset changes. Everything changes. Now, preseason games, for the fans who don't know, preseason games, we kind of game plan. And this is back when me and Key played. They had 4 preseason games. The third game was the dress rehearsal. So we would go through like game planning and getting ready for a game plan. But it wasn't a game plan. When he's going into the regular season, they're going to be game planning for him. The speed changes, the mindset changes, everything changes. If you believe, Skip, that Shedeur is built for this, why rush him? We live in a microwave society where we want to be satisfied so quick. A person had one good year and it's like, oh, let's rank him top 10. What happened to the times of development? Shedeur, a big issue with him is holding the ball. You know why he's holding the ball? Because he's not diagnosing the defense fast enough. There's a lot of times in that third preseason game, he had guys wide open. Get the ball out your hand. But what he's doing is I'm looking downfield. I'm trying to make a play instead of making B play. Making A play and making B play is completely different. If Shedeur is built for this, why rush it? You got Joe Flacco. If your team, like you said, is a dumpster fire, then let the 40-year-old man take the fire. Let Shedeur sit back and learn. Okay,
Do you
well,
think
if he's as smart,
QB2, or do you like him QB3?
I'm fine with him being QB3 because if he's as smart as you say, what he's going to do is I can call home. He's trained by Brady. He's watching Joe Flacco. So when certain situations are happening, Joe Flacco did this. Heck no, not doing that. Got it. Now he doesn't have to go through a practice week and prepare to play a game. I can see what preparation is like. I wouldn't do it like Joe Flacco. I would do it like this. Cool. Now I can take notes on that. I'm studying defense. Now I can do this. Now I can do this. Now he can learn how to play at the NFL level. Let Joe Flacco deal with this. Let him deal with this. And if he's built for it, when it's time, now I've learned and I've developed as a quarterback. A big issue is a lot of teams, and Tom Brady said this, a lot of teams are looking at physical attributes. He can run, he got a big arm, make this and this and this. Why is Zach Wilson the second overall pick? Because he can throw the ball. He can't think. So if you can't think, it does not matter in the league. Tom Brady wasn't a gifted athlete. His superpower, he said, was his mind. He's not snapping the ball or moving anything unless I know what I'm doing. A lot of these kids are just, all right, snapping it. Here's my read. What happens when they roll the safeties or when he's smart enough to know, okay, I'm going to cheat in a little bit because when I cheat in, this is what it looks like we in. But I'm fast enough as an athlete, smart enough to get back here. Now you got a young quarterback. He's seeing this. All right, there's my read. Then you snap it, and Keeb is like, you're like, oh, shoot. Take time to learn that. Let Joe Flacco deal with the nonsense. He's probably on his way out anyway. So why rush Shedeur? If he's everything, Skip, that you believe, or what a lot of people are saying he can be, let him develop.
Yeah.
Give him time. Let him learn. Let him sit back and learn the NFL game. Like, learn how to be a pro. When you're drafted, you're a professional. You have to work to be a pro. He's a professional right now. He don't know how to be a pro yet. Let him learn how to be a pro in the NFL, and then let him go out there.
See, football is different than basketball. It's the Browns, right?
Yes. What?
When was the last time they were relevant or good?
2023 shit, Flacco took him to the playoffs. Hey,
Like-
if you win the tournament, I feel like you're relevant.
Is Flacco going to be there next year?
Hell yeah.
I think he will be.
So you're going to, that's your future.
It's not the future.
Okay, so if that's not the future, why the fuck do I give a fuck if he's starting or not? He's not part of what I'm trying to build, so why am I going to even waste the time putting him out there?
Because if you put a young guy out there, you can break who he is mentally. If you put
Then
a
he's
guy,
not ready then.
That's why you don't start him.
What I'm saying is if
you
he's mentally not ready, then he's mentally not ready. It's no different.
I think you hit it.
I got to throw you in the ocean. Are you going to swim or not? You sitting there just watching
like
and
you
watching
said.
and watching doesn't build character.
See,
you getting hit and you failing and recovering, that's what it is. Like with him, starting or not, this year, him getting picked in the 5th round, you saying he should start, it's built for him to fail. Because if he ends up winning the starting position, it tells you that their 3rd round quarterback pick was a stupid pick, which no one should be surprised because all their quarterback picks for the last fucking 40 years has been stupid, right? So, but it makes them feel like they got the wrong guy because then you're questioning, why didn't you pick him earlier? So they do not want him to start. They hoping he fails. So the process in order. He's 5th. If he does perform well at some point in time, we can put him in. But they do not want him to be in front of Dylan because then that means they were wrong here. This is the business of the ego at the point.
But let's say it is ego. Let's talk facts. Did Dylan Gabriel play good enough to be the number 2 quarterback? Did he play better than Shedeur?
I mean, he did.
Both games.
The game he got to play with the tools, shit, he played solid.
Yeah.
But
They both played solid with the tools.
They both play solid.
So
but
both
this is
play
what I'm
solid,
saying. This is what I'm saying. Dylan Gabriel, if you watch what he did in the first game, he was 5 of 5 on 3rd down. That's big time.
Hell yeah.
Then you come into the second game and you play again, you take the team down and y'all score a touchdown. Okay, what happened before that? Joe Flacco, 7-9, 67 yards, touchdown. Dylan Gabriel come in, same thing. Shedeur gets in.
But Shedeur got in with the threes. Everybody he was in with got cut.
You can't control who you get in with.
But
he
you
can-
can't.
Yeah, you can.
He can.
Shit.
You can.
No, you can't.
Stefanski can.
Yeah,
What?
you can.
You said
Stefanski can. If you flipped him, you put Shedeur in when he came in, Shedeur would have won the
no.
score.
Shedeur can't control who he gets in with.
Okay.
So
No,
he can't. He can't control who he gets in with. But once he gets in, go watch the tape. He did not have to hold the ball as much as he did. He took 5 sacks. Yes, when you get in as a quarterback and you know your O-line is not very good, I don't care if you're a starter in the regular season, you're not going to hold this ball because you're going to get hit. He's still holding, looking. Get the ball out your hand.
Yeah,
And
he got his flaws.
But that's what I'm saying.
Shedeur got his flaws. Dylan Gabriel got his
They
flaws.
both got flaws. That's what I'm saying.
As far as them two, I think Dylan Gabriel is a hell of a quarterback too. Shedeur is a hell of a quarterback. They gonna battle it out and see who's gonna be
that's
the
what I'm
future,
saying.
right?
So too-
They gonna battle it. They gonna battle it out and see who the future gonna be.
Okay.
But if you go ask Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, shit, probably Jerry Jeudy right now, day one, who we want starting? They probably gonna say, man, let's just start off with Flacco.
Yeah,
And let's get this thing rolling.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's just a different ball game, bro, for a rookie to hop in. Shit, I ain't started as a rookie. I came in playing nickel. Was I talented enough to start? Yeah, but did I know how to prepare? Did I know how to fucking watch film and shit? I didn't. I had to learn that shit. You know what I'm saying? So as a rookie, you gotta come in and learn how to be a pro. Like Gerald said, you gotta come learn. This shit ain't basketball. This football, this shit is a different ball game.
Go ahead.
Did Jaden Daniels start his first game as a pro?
He did.
Yeah.
Did,
He's the second overall pick.
He did.
wait a second.
I'm glad you said that.
Did-
Keep going.
We can keep on naming
Did
them.
CJ down in Houston start
He
his
did.
first game?
The second pick.
Yeah.
Okay. Did Caleb start his first
The first
game?
pick.
But,
Yeah.
but those. Okay.
But let's keep
but
on
listen,
going.
but
Does he have
Did-
that
did-
same
did-
talent?
Listen to what I'm saying.
But does he
Did
have
Josh
Okay.
Freeman start his? Yeah, it fucked him
But
up
I'm
mentally.
glad-
He
but
trashed.
listen, Skip, the
You can
reason-
name a whole
I'm
bunch of
glad
people who
you said
started off.
that. Let me tell you something. Keith, you can attest to this. We're talking about Shedeur, what's the last name? Sanders. If his name is Shedeur Johnson, do we care if he's the 5th round pick that's starting?
No.
No. This is an issue because of his last name.
Yeah.
Take his last name out of it.
Is it good?
5th round picks, though. I've heard you talk over and over about 2nd round picks in the NBA and why Bronny shouldn't be judged because he was drafted here. And usually this is what, so let's give him that same grace. In the NFL, if you're drafted in the 5th round, you take the reps we give you. So people say, oh, well, they set him up. No, he's a 5th round pick. I don't care if your last name is Sanders. You take the reps we give you, you get in the game when you get in the game.
Well, you can't say that we don't care about your last name because
Nah, this shit different.
we cared about it when we didn't want to draft you in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd round.
Right.
Who cared about it?
They did.
32 owners cared
32
about it.
owners.
It was a story in the meat. Like, listen. Okay, we have to stop doing
was
this.
he good enough?
Nah.
Shedeur,
Was he good?
let me talk about
Okay.
me. I never thought he was a 1st round quarterback.
Okay.
But that's not your job to.
But what I'm saying is, Key, when you see these players, sometimes you are a 1st rounder in the draft. Sometimes you are a 1st rounder, 2nd rounder because of the time you're getting drafted. That's what makes you where you're at. But not everybody. Some people can get drafted in any draft and still be a 1st rounder. I would like to believe I was like that because the year before I came out, I was still ranked as the top defensive tackle coming out. The next year, Ndamukong Suh went crazy in college. He passed me, but I was still right here. The next year, Marcel Darius was the top D tackle. I still would like to believe I would have been a top 10 pick. That's where you know you're that. Some people come into a draft and they're ranked where they're at because of their draft they're in. Shedeur Sanders, you said before the season you thought he was going to be the 1st overall pick.
Absolutely.
But the year prior, why didn't he come out? Because he knew in that draft, But this next year, I got a chance to be
No,
the
but he had to go back and win for his dad.
Hell
His
yeah,
dad needed him.
it's
So they went
circumstance.
for his dad. What?
He had to go. He wasn't ready to come out.
on.
Shit, the job wasn't done yet. You know what I'm saying? He ain't feel like I ain't set myself up to be the number 1 pick.
Yeah, but Shedeur, okay,
After his
listen.
last year, he set himself up to be the number 1 pick.
They won one game versus ranked opponents. One. All these ranked opponents they played in college, they won one game.
He
versus
led
ranked
the nation
opponents.
in passing percentage.
He threw 40 tubs in 6 picks.
Graham
With that
Harrell-
team from Colorado.
Come on, bro. This Colorado we
This
talking
is
about.
Colorado.
This Colorado we talking about.
Hey, guess what? Graham Harrell led the league in passing too. You know what that is?
Hell no.
Exactly.
Hey,
Every quarterback not named Patrick Mahomes from Texas Tech at one point was leading everybody in passing.
Okay, so you're saying he's not special. Is that your
That's
bottom
exactly
line?
what I'm saying.
Okay, I'm saying he is
He's
special.
not.
special.
No, Shedeur is not special. Can he be a starter in this league? Yes.
Well, if you could be
Special
a starter
is
in
different.
the league, you damn special.
Yeah.
There's only 32 of them in the world.
You're
Like,
good.
you know what I'm saying? You fucking
Special is
special.
different. Special is different. Like special is like Patrick Mahomes is special. Lamar Jackson is special. I see.
CJ Stroud
okay,
special.
yeah.
Not yet.
Is Dylan
CJ
Gabriel
Stroud ain't
special?
special.
He
This
not
motherfucker
special.
won the state championship in Houston, went to O State. Did he win the chip?
Who?
CJ Stroud.
No.
Lost in the
Okay,
chip.
but listen.
First round pick,
So-
he started for you. That nigga is special. What you mean?
let me preface by saying this. I don't just throw terms out that most people throw out, like special or goated or things like this. I put like the term elite. We put elite on really good quarterbacks. Elite is in a realm of your own. The elites of the NFL right now are the big four. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, and who did I miss? Lamar Jackson.
Lamar.
You can throw in Matthew Stafford if you want, but let's say you don't throw Matthew Stafford in there. Those are the elites. But they'll take another quarterback and put him in the elite category because he's really good. When I say special, I'm talking about like put him anywhere, any year, and he can be whatever he is. That's not Shedeur.
But Shedeur
He not
ain't did shit
special.
but win since he was in Dallas at Truth at 8U football. Chip,
did.
9U chip, 10U chip. Fucking go to
Some people
Jackson
be-
State chip. He go to Colorado. Take them to 10 wins, competing for a Big 12 chip. Like, bro, if you do that, you're special. If everybody, the people whose job it is to rank quarterbacks, Mel Kiper, who else? What's the other guy name? Whoever he is.
Todd McShay.
Todd McShay.
If the guys whose job they get fucking paid to rank guys, everybody got him as 1 or 2 or 3.
They did.
And he go 5th round. Something fucking
Something's
going
wrong.
on, bro. Something is
Wrong.
seriously going on. Bro.
Or
didn't just make a mistake.
they notice, okay, he did a lot at Jackson State. Right? Jackson State. No knock on Jackson State. Don't smile. No knock on Jackson State. All right?
I mean-
Keith, you no.
I mean,
Keith, you played in the league.
Thank you, Carolyn.
Y'all played in the Orange Bowl.
Right.
Versus Virginia Tech.
Sorry.
You know that game was probably a preseason game in the NFL. You
Yeah.
know why? Because 1% of all college teams go to the NFL. So when we're drafting guys, we're also looking at who are they playing against? Who are they playing against? He had those years at Jackson State and he played at Colorado. The reason I'm bringing up the ranked opponents because they're saying, yes, you did really good at Colorado, but what did you do when you went against the Oregons? When you went against these teams? Then he got against
That's like
BYU.
Taylor Smith, bro. Taylor Smith did the same shit, was trash against every fucking body.
Who?
He lost 4 or 5 games a year. He was the #1 pick. Like, come on,
Won
bro.
the Heisman.
We moving the goalposts.
We talking about
for
Caleb
people.
Williams?
We moving the goalposts for
How?
people now. Because Caleb Williams lost 4 games. Losing 4 games in college is like being fucking 9 and 8 in the league.
How are you playing? But okay, but it's more to
He
it.
is.
Yeah, but it's more to
But
it.
he was the #1 pick. He was trash.
When you're talking about teams, you're talking about these ranked teams versus him and Travis. Of course, they're about to wipe the shit out of them.
Okay, but was Johnny Manziel really good? Johnny Manziel was
In
really
college,
good.
he was
Yeah,
great.
Hell
He's
yeah.
great.
As Snippet
Okay,
coach.
okay, and we found out that a lot of his greatness was Mike Evans.
No, a lot of his greatness.
Mike Evans?
No.
He could have been great in the league too, but shit, he just
They went to the Browns.
Hey, bro.
My God,
he went to
damn,
the Browns.
Browns is Jackson State.
Okay,
bad
so
habits.
Jesus
so
Christ,
what was
it's the
this?
same
Okay,
shit.
so what
That motherfucker was going to
Shedeur's-
Vegas on Wednesday, coming back
okay,
from
but
practice.
listen, when Shedeur's
Like, that
running
motherfucker had
around,
bad habits, bro.
When Shedeur's running around trying to figure something out, who was his scapegoat? The Heisman Trophy winner. You can't do that in the league.
Yeah.
You have to play with who's out there. I got to know you can diagnose. There is something called a draft process, right? They have to meet with you. You
Right.
go to these meetings. We don't know what was being said in these meetings.
I do.
So they're
I
sitting
do.
here.
Skip, no.
They're sitting here.
You think Skip don't know that
they're
shit? Skip, no.
They're diagnosing, okay, let's sit him down. Let's put him through this. Let's put him through that. I don't know why he fell all the way to the 5th, but I do know why he wasn't drafted as high as everybody thought.
See, in
He
that draft
wasn't as
process-
good.
Let's
He
talk
wasn't
about it.
as
Let's
good
talk
as
about
the rankings had him.
Right, so look,
Browns,
in that
man,
draft
it's the
process,
Browns.
he went
Why
into
are we
those
paying attention
meetings.
to the Browns.
Look,
Yeah.
he went into those
Because
meetings
his
with a
last name is
DB.
Sanders. That's what I'm saying.
He went into those meetings with a DB wide receiver swag in that draft process.
He did.
And them owners like, bro, if we let a fucking rapper come out and be the #1 pick, we fucking opening the floodgates for some bullshit.
So you think
we
that's
gotta
the
put our
reason
foot
he
down and let you know, if you're a quarterback and you're gonna play in the league, you're not gonna act like this. You is not gonna act like this, or this was gonna happen to you.
Confidence and swag? They don't like
it's a
confidence and
difference
swag?
between confidence and swag. Fucking Mahomes got confidence and swag. Cam Ward got confidence and swag. But when it was time to meet, Cam Ward pulled them fucking pants up, took them headphones off, buttoned up that polo, and went in and interviewed. Like Shedeur went in like, nigga, I've been doing this shit. Headphones on. Hey, what's up, baby? Hey, he had a DB receiver swag. It's different, bro.
You
It's
think
just
that's
different.
the only reason he fell 5th round of the draft?
Yeah.
It's the only
So if
reason.
you don't want to bring him in for whatever reasons, that's cool, whatever. The NFL is a game played within a business. Who's the highest selling jersey in the NFL? Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah.
So you think all of these billionaire owners are saying, shoot, we care so much about his swag and all this that we don't want to bring. Man, these
Yes.
people in
Hell
Cleveland,
yeah.
no, they not,
Did
bro.
you watch the doc? Did you
They're
not
selling
watch?
tickets.
Did you not watch the doc?
You already said they
It was-
billionaires shit. They already fucking rich.
They want to, but
They not gonna
it's
let-
a business.
they not gonna let
want to
hip-hop
sell tickets.
Like shit take over their league,
So
bro.
if Joe Flacco's a starter, right?
Uh-huh.
We still the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
But if Shedeur Sanders is a starter, we
sell
selling this hoe out.
Now, when I'm saying, did you watch the doc? It was Jerry, the businessman, versus the dummies.
Yep.
It was someone who had vision
Right.
on making money, understanding swag, and how to capitalize on it. The other ones didn't like it because they were stuck in their ways. Browns is the Browns. This is the most hype they've ever had. Like, it's the Browns.
Exactly.
So he got drafted to the wrong team. That Sanders name, I'm telling you right now, there's only one person that understands business, and he will trade his quarterback for Sanders. Dallas is where Sanders is going to be.
Wow.
Because that name on the back of that jersey is legacy, and he's going to want that to ring bells around
So why
the
Jerry-
globe.
why
Jerry is going to have him.
You just proved my point. You said this is Cleveland.
Yeah.
That's Cleveland.
That's one of 32. So all 32 was like, man, forget all that. We just ain't gonna. So you mean to tell me out of 32 owners, nobody said,
All right.
man, that dude can make us some money. Let's just get
Go
him.
ahead,
this
Skip.
stuff."
But you
Because
don't know.
even-
Sometimes you don't
Let's
know.
At the end of the day, Jerry Jones passed on him too. So
No.
He did.
Yeah, then, but
Yeah,
it's going
so
to
if he-
watch. It's going
ahead,
to
Skip.
happen. It's going to happen. I'm
He
telling you.
won't arch, and he finding out that anyway.
I know Dion very well. His son is a chip off Primetime's block. That he came into those sessions with those teams at the combine with brazen arrogance they had never seen from a college kid. He drove 3 exotic cars in Boulder, Colorado, because he was making $3 million a year
Exactly.
because they were selling it out. That they jammed it. They were the hottest show in America.
Yeah.
They rated like crazy.
Yep.
And again, you have to look past it because he's got clutch toughness.
Hell yeah.
They didn't protect him for 2 years there. He took an unholy beating at Colorado, and he jumped up because he ain't some spoiled, rotten, rich kid.
Right.
He grew up with money, but he's not that because his father's a tough guy.
Right.
His father taught him to fight back and to do it when it matters the most. And I get you, when they ran up against the big good teams, they weren't deep enough to compete with them.
Right.
But Shedeur competed, and by the way, we saw TCU last night obliterate Belichick. We're about to get to that topic. And look what he did against TCU. Shedeur went to TCU in his first game at Colorado and threw a party in Fort Worth. And then he threw a party on them last year in Boulder. And look what he did against Baylor. He was so clutch tough, he threw 2 late touchdown passes to pull that game out. I'm telling you, he is special, and I'm on record with it, and you're on record that he's just pretty good, right?
Yeah, he's solid.
And yet I hear he's solid. Okay, well that's like a backdoor
He's
compliment.
all right.
Yeah.
Saying,
Nah,
bro,
he nice. But look-
he can be a starter in the NFL. he showed that he can do that.
Okay, but that
It
was
ain't there
damning
yet.
him with faint praise,
It ain't-
right?
But that's what I'm saying. It's not there yet, but you don't think. I guess it's the strength. I mean, when I first got drafted, I got drafted in the second round. Them first couple games, I was like, yeah, this ain't this ain't the league I'm ready for. And to be honest, me watching and realizing it's not as scary as I thought. Right? I just need to understand what I do best.
The game eventually
and then
starts doing
it
this.
slows down. So I understand that he's going to need to look at it a bit to understand where his greatness
gonna get better.
lies in that. But, I remember getting that phone call in the summer because I'm training and I'm like, yo, I can't wait to start next year. And it was like, what do you mean? If we get the number 2 pick, you're not starting. Because there's going to be Jason Williams from Duke.
Right.
And I'm like, what if I beat him out? Like, they would said, I don't care what you do in training camp. He's the number 2 pick, right? He's starting. You're a second round pick. That was the same situation here. Shedeur, those 2 games, he could have played like he played against TCU.
Yep.
He could have had the perfect game. They were still going to put Dylan in front of him. That's just the way it is. I'm not gonna make myself look stupid. They're not gonna play Shedeur. These guys got to get hurt. Dylan is their quarterback. That's why he went. Shedeur is gone. He's gone. It's gonna be a trade for him. He's not gonna be a Brown.
I agree with that. I agreed it was gonna be that way regardless. All I'm saying is that's okay because. Like Keith said, at some point they gonna compete again.
Yeah, they gonna have to compete.
So if we're saying
Dylan and Shedeur.
if we're saying
Dylan gonna be in there.
you know what I'm saying? If Joe
Shedeur
Flacco
gonna
went
get in
down
there.
right now, Dylan Gabriel's the quarterback. So what we're saying is he's the quarterback for right now. Let the season go. Next year there will be a competition. There will be a
but
competition.
trust me
And
on
why
that.
he is the quarterback?
And if you believe Shedeur is who he said
Dallas
he is,
Cowboy next year.
he'll wipe him.
Not
He'll
next
wipe
year.
him out the floor next
Here's
year.
Dylan
Maybe in the
Gabriel's
future, though.
ceiling. It's right here.
Right.
Here's Shedeur's ceiling.
I believe
That's
that.
the God's truth.
I
That's
believe
what
that.
will happen.
Listen, now
Book it.
that I will agree
Fort
with.
Worth.
That I'll agree with. Yeah, but
So,
believe that.
so I asked him. I said, TCU is where?
Fort Worth.
And who had a party in TCU?
Nah, for real.
So surprisingly,
But by the way, who was the second overall pick that year? Because it wasn't Jason Williams. To you guys, right?
Yeah, we got Dunleavy.
That's right.
Yep.
Well, that was a bad idea.
Then we got Dunleavy.
That was dumb.
That was
we
dumb.
got-
Smart or dumb? That was dumb.
Yeah, we got Dunleavy.
Okay.
But yeah, that was.
Because Jason.
No.
Did he play though? Like
No,
they
we got
said?
we didn't get the second pick. Jason Williams was the second pick.
Oh, but he went to Chicago.
We ended up getting the third pick.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
So yeah, we ended up getting the third pick and
And,
got.
and it was Dunley? Ugh,
well,
that's too bad.
He was
surprisingly,
a good college player.
yeah, YouTube right now polled completely divided 50-50 that they think that Shedeur should start in week 1.
Really?
Pretty
I
surprising.
Let
Pretty
Flacco
impressive.
Pretty
spin.
surprising.
That
Let
Flacco
Flacco
do it,
spin, man. The
Let
best
go
man
that
do it.
spin, man.
Yeah. Flacco, how long he gonna be in there? They got a mediocre O-line. He a damn statue.
That's
He
what I'm
can't
saying.
move. So you just
Let him take that heat. That's what I'm saying. Like even the Giants right now.
Yeah, let him
Jackson
take
Dart.
that.